Oops, testing. Yes, I'm here. Yes, fresh off of Anime Boston. It is 12:09 a.m. I am back home and the camera is working again. On my last stream, both my cameras, the laptop camera and the camera that I bought, I think last month, it was recently, it's it stopped all of a sudden. I reconnected, didn't work when I was in the hotel, but now I'm back and the lighting looks so much better compared to when I was in the hotel. Hold on, I have to bring this down a bit because you gotta see Giyu, okay? So anyway, so I actually wanted to plan to I'm gonna cosplay on stream soon, but I really wanted to do it, but I got tired. So and today for Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day, everyone, or belated Memorial Day. But one of the I don't know if it's a mistake or maybe because I'm tired, but this wasn't part of the plan for Memorial Day. I slept, so I woke up, ate breakfast, and I slept because I was tired. And oh my god! But I came home. What time did I come home? I always write it down. I'm gonna check in my phone here because I wrote down what time I come home. I came home 11:52 p.m. last night, so more than 24 hours ago. So I came late because I had to take a different route because the anxiety train was not running very well when I arrived. So I took the Long Island Railroad. What I did was when I arrived from Boston to Penn Station, I arrived in this big ass station, this Moynihan train hall. All I did was go on the train hall, go across, and I used a different track. So I stayed in the station, but I went from Amtrak to Long Island Railroad, and then I had a 10 trip air train metro card that'll get me home. So gotta pay a little bit. I mean, I learned this from Six Flags. If you want to save time, you tend to spend more money. But if you want to save money, you tend to spend more time. And it's kind of similar when it comes to the subway, of course, or public transportation in general. If you want something faster, it may not be the same price, maybe more expensive. Okay, when you go from, for example, from JFK, and then if you want to take the Long Island Railroad option, that's the fast option. You got to pay a little bit more. If you want to take the slower option, you take the E train. If you're coming from Jamaica, you take the anxiety train. If you're coming from my neighborhood, it takes a little bit of time. So, all right, and even though I look excited, I'm kind of in a con depression, because a post con depression, because I came from Anime Boston and it was amazing, and I also paneled at Anime Boston. The video is now on YouTube. I uploaded it, I think, late Saturday night, like Sunday morning. Right, I uploaded the actually Sunday morning actually, but I uploaded the panel actually right after I finished the last stream. The when I was a statue, like when I was a statue and all that stuff. It's Anyways, so I'm recovering. I'm trying. All right, so without no monkeypox or COVID review today because of my con depression. And here's one way I'm gonna fight this con depression. Let's do this Anime Boston 2022 review. Just letting you know that I do two versions of the reviews. There is a Twitch version, well, Twitch slash YouTube, but I still call it the Twitch version because I'm doing it right now on Twitch. And then there's an Instagram version. The Instagram version will be the most detailed and will provide more in-depth analysis. This one is more of just the boom, 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 bullet points there, and my thoughts and all that stuff. I'm also going to talk about stuff that actually happened in Anime Boston for me, but it has nothing to do with the con, and it wasn't the con's fault. The con didn't do anything wrong with that. But I don't know how everybody is, but in my opinion, Anime Boston was one of the best cons I've ever been to. It's one of my favorite cons. And Anime NYC, take notes. You gotta take notes, okay, Anime NYC, because they did amazing. But you gotta take notes, okay, because they did great. You should see how they do it. Don't worry. The information is just straight to the point, okay. And if you are commenting on Twitch or on YouTube, and if you went to Anime Boston, if there's something you want me to share, please let me know. Or you can also DM me on Wild Gold D. Right over there, you can DM me on Instagram, or actually, face since I also have a Facebook, so you can also DM me there. All right. Without further ado, rather, let's do this. I'm so excited. Yes. Okay. So, I give it a 9 out of 10. Trust me, just like the previous con for PucciCon, I really want to give it a 10 out of 10. It was an amazing con. No cons are perfect. I have to give it a 9 out of 10, and I'll explain why in a bit. So, firstly, it is held in the Heinz Convention Center and the Sheraton Hotel, and it was very easy to get to. Okay, there are 2 subway stations there. But the main one is the Heinz Convention Center station over here. So this is from Google Maps. So the con actually covers the Heinz Convention Center and also covers Sheraton Boston. This is the Prudential Center. So you can see here, oh, there's even a church. I didn't even know that. Okay, so the great thing about this is that I'm just looking at just the immediate area. There's already a handful of food places. So that's one of the good things about it. What you don't see here is actually south here, there's a Prudential station. And then right over there to the left or west, there's a Heinz Convention Center station. It's just a few stops away. So how I got here was how I got here was through Flixbus, because my Amtrak train canceled on me a few months prior, which does not make sense to me, because I was able to arrive at Boston maybe at 7-ish or whatnot, but with Flixbus, the earliest that I can do, unfortunately, can I move it like this? Sorry. So the earliest I can arrive is 8:40 in the morning. So I kind of low-key try to pressure the bus driver on Flixbus, like, faster, faster. I was saying in myself, where the hell are you going? Because, it was supposed to go on the West Side Highway, and then we'll take the Cross Bronx, but instead it wanted to do the LIE and then the BQE and then use that, get into Triborough, and then use that to get into New England Thruway. But hey, the thing is, I track down the time when I leave and I arrive when it comes to buses and trains and ferries. I haven't done that with Uber though, or Lyft, but I mainly do it with public transit. So the information I have was that, so we left at 4:30 on the dot with the bus, and I arrived at it's called near Coolidge Corner. Well, it is Coolidge Corner in Brookline, Massachusetts, which is just outside of Boston. And I didn't wait long for the Green Line. In this case, the C train of the Green Line. So I waited less than 10 minutes. So I tried to do it as fast as I can. I didn't see the trains. So, but anyway, I did see a train, but at the time, the bus didn't even open the doors yet. So, but anyway, so I was able to get in, and just want to let you know, if you're going to Anime Boston, by the way, the tickets are available right now. They started, so Memorial Day, earlier today, they started selling tickets. They jumped up the prices now for Anime Boston 2023. This will be held April 7th through the 9th. That's going to be Easter weekend. and it's now $90, and that's the early bird fee, early bird cost. I remember spending only $65 last time. So I guess it's inflation, and probably also they had to recoup the losses due to COVID. So I kind of understand what was going on. And plus, Anime Boston's one of those premier anime cons in North America. All right. I think Gippy told me, if I'm not mistaken. Also, just on a side note, I need to do more of those that Let's Meet. I need to work on that project. But anyway, but a little busy because I'm also going to talk about two projects that's inspired kind of with this con by this con. So I'm going to work on that, and then once I finish, of course, in addition to applying for Con Survival again to do more Con Survival panels and different cons, I'll also pitch in those two projects once I finish. I'll talk about that later. All right. So it was held in the Heinz Convention Center Sheraton Hotel. It's the 20th anniversary, as you see on this picture here, and has a food that kind of every year they do a theme. So I remember 2018 they did the space theme. 2019 they did the Shogun, I think a Shogun theme, but they were like samurais. And then this one they did on food. Next year for 2023 they're gonna talk about idol, like singers, kind of thing. So and it's kind of very unique about that. And also it's not on the picture, but there are two mascots, and I met the the in person, the real mascots back in 2018. I didn't know they were mascots. Like, who are you? I love your cosplay. So I remember 2018, I met them, and I took a picture. It was somewhere in Instagram. You have to scroll all the way down back to 2018. And I asked them, who are you? And then I met the lady with the blue hair. She said, oh, I'm A-chan. And then, well, what about you? And I talked to the other guy with the orange hair. He said, oh, I'm Biku. I was like, A-chan Biku? I'm like, huh? What's this? Anyway, so A for anime, B for Boston, that kind of thing. All right, so thought that was interesting. But hey, 2018 was my first anime Boston. Okay, we have a first time for everything, right? Okay, so 20th anniversary. Congratulations to them. All right, so this is why this con's doing very well, because they're well established and all that, and Anime NYC needs to learn a lot from this. So, as I said earlier, so it's a big con with a lot of content and merch. I'm actually going to show you how big this is. Look at this. Look at this. This is just. Look at this. This is the schedule. And that's why I use the guidebook app, because it has full information and I don't have to squint on my eyes. Look at this. Oh wait, it's upside down. Okay, but this is Friday alone when I was working. Look at this. So the dark is when there's nothing, it's empty. But look, a lot. Look at this. See, all of that. Lots of content, even for Friday. Saturday is even more content. Here, this is Saturday. Look at this. Look at all that. It's amazing. Holy moly. I don't remember seeing, with the exception of Anime NYC and New York Comic Con, having this much. That's a lot. It's a lot to choose from. Look at that. And then this is Sunday. Not as much, but still, look at this. See, so much that the text is so small you can't even read this text. So that's a big plus for a con. All right, and I was told at the con feedback panel. By the way, I did mention everything, almost everything with them about it. Okay, so they said that that's basically compared to previous years, this year is actually a fraction of what it was. And I didn't remember, previous years having a lot more. It was still a lot, but at least based on my experience, it's just one of the reasons why I actually want to come back. So I already bought a ticket, bought my badge for next year. Let's get back to it. Okay, so just to summarize this long ass list. And oh, by the way, this is the guidebook. There it is. This is So I just wanted to show you that this is A-chan, and then this is B-kun. So this is their theme is with food. So it's bento in Boston. Oh wait, that's the schedule here. So yeah, I met the in real life, the actual people dressed up as them, but it wasn't in this year. I saw them in the closing ceremonies, but I met them back in 2018, and I have to look through the pictures because it's a long time ago. All right, so okay, so big dealer's room, big artist alley. There's a pack schedule which I showed you. I just showed you the magnitude of that. So that's a big plus with it. So lots of panels. I did a panel. I'm so happy I did a panel Anime Boston, and I'm so happy I was part of it. I was part of that con. It's amazing, and I feel so humble about it. Lots of meetups, which includes the photo shoots and the gatherings. A lot of screenings, including the videos or AMVs, or if you don't know about AMVs anime music videos, gaming. There were game shows, there was karaoke, there was cosplay chess, etc. Autographs, which I didn't go to any actually. Usually for every con, I would meet someone, but I wasn't able to get that opportunity because as I just showed you, there was so much going on, and just so much to choose from in terms of panels. The main thing I do is panels, photo shoots, and also I like to visit every single space. Look at every single space. I think one of the things is the maid cafe, which I'll talk about a little bit. I didn't go in, but I saw it. What's inside, but should be bigger. Actually, that's something I need to do. Anyway. I'll talk about it in a bit. There's performances, cosplay masquerade. My cosplay masquerade, I couldn't make it because I had other panels. There was a Jackbox game panel, and I couldn't make it because I was sleepy. It was occurring while I was streaming. The last time I was streaming, there was a lot of guests, so North American and Japanese. So you'll find them here. You have the guests over here, all these people here, all that. So, but actually, I see more North American ones. But other than that, it's very. So even though they have like guests, most of the guests are in North American. There was like a few Japanese as well. It's very hard now, especially with the citizenship kind of thing and all that. So I just got information from Acon that there were 2 Japanese guests where they had to cancel simply because of a visa related issue. So because of that, they can't come to the U.S. So things get complicated. What's also special is that there is a charity auction and blood drive. You don't see that a lot with cons. So anyway, so these are the ones you see at every entrance of the panel rooms. And this is one example. This shows my con survival one. I actually arrived a little bit before 9:15 on the current time there because I saw it. I was like, oh, let me take a picture of this, like for my memories and all that stuff. But yeah, there's actually something I wanted to talk about with lines and all that, but that's later on. But the great thing about it is that you see a lot of signs like this. Okay, but at the front of the panel rooms. Alright, so where is it here? Okay, now the good. Let's talk about the good. And the good is like so overpowering. Okay, now it's very easy to get to Anime Boston. Okay, so what you do, and maybe I'm gonna take this out. Let's see if I'm able to do it. Maybe it's here. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna affect my stream. Oh shoot. Well, it kind of did. Alright, so what I wanted to show is that it's very accessible to get to Anime Boston. Alright, so you take the subway, and even though even the closest one is Heinz, actually. So this one, you use the B, C, and D trains on the Green Line. Also, you can actually take the E to Prudential, which is actually also walking distance, but more south. Okay, so it's closer to the Sheraton. And they should make Heinz an accessible station, but Prudential is an accessible one here. I used to stay at a hotel near Symphony, actually, so that was back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. 2018, I wasn't sure, but that's how I met my friend Tabitha in Anime Boston back 4 years ago. Anyway, so very easy to get to. If you take the bus, a lot of them they'll stop at Back Bay Station. What you do, it's actually walking distance to Copley, and then you can just take whichever train, go either Prudential or Heinz Convention Center. I came from Coolidge Corner over here and then got off at Heinz. Alright, so that's that. Let me just take off the thing. Okay, so yeah. Now, next thing. Greats con staff, so they helped me prepare for the panel, and one of I almost lost my laptop at Anime Boston. How was that? Because after the panel, I cleared and I hung out with my friends, Adam and Titarut, and then I went back to the same room where I did my panel because I wanted to because I attended a shogi panel. I should have actually you wouldn't be able to wait anyway in the panel room for the next one because they had to do a room clear. Most panel rooms they had to do room clear to clean up and to sanitize. So they take their protocol seriously. So one of the staff members said, "Oh, you left your laptop." So I went in and went to another part of the room, which is just a few minutes away. Got my laptop. So they radioed in and all that stuff. They tried calling me, but my phone is acting weird, and plus, I think it was silenced because I was in the panels. So I just want to tip my hat, and I just want to give a lot of credit to the staff for helping me out, and I truly appreciate it. So great job on that. 2 thumbs up. And I also brought that up in the con feedback panel. I think we need to have great staff like that. I wish more staff members are like them. So, all right. The security is also a big plus. Tight yet speedy security at all entries. Yes, I'm gonna show you what it is here. Oh wait, there it is. This one was amazing. 3 years ago, so the last time I went to Anime Boston, so 2018, 2019, they had airport type security. So you had to put your stuff in this conveyor belt thing. So just as you would in the airport with the luggages and the book bags, and then there are these containers. You put your watch, your belt, your iPhone, etc. And you have to go through those little tall ones here. This one much faster and it's much safer, and it works because when I was carrying my backpack and or the lug, actually in the first time I went through them, I was carrying my backpack and my luggage. I had to show it to them, okay, because I could not find a check-in at the time, and at the time I was in a rush because I had to prepare to do the panel because my panel starts at 9:30 in the morning. But when I was wearing my book bag, they even caught it. Like when it goes, you go straight there. So these things work. We should put all of these in the New York City subway right before a person pays the fare. The thing is, we have to have adequate amount of people, security guards or NYPD for if we're gonna do this in the New York City subway, because if a person goes through it and then the detector beeps, the person might get away. We got some fast people out there, who can just get away and all that stuff. So I think this will deter a lot of crime, in my opinion, especially with all these shootings. It's crazy. All right. Okay, so tight COVID protocols, masks. So masks and proof of vaccination were required in order to get badges. Well, proof of vaccination is required to get badges. So you have to be fully vaccinated. Okay, you don't have to get a booster, but as long as you complete the primary dose series. So, for example, if you have Moderna or Pfizer, 2 doses, Johnson Johnson, 1 dose, even though I don't recommend Johnson Johnson. So, 1 dose of the mRNA vaccines, which is Pfizer, Moderna, not enough. You got to be fully vaccinated. You don't have to get boosted though, but I got boosted October, so I'm waiting for my 4th dose. But it's not a matter of if, but when. But right now, 4th dose are either for your immunocompromised or for those 15 older, unfortunately. So fortunately I would say, but doesn't cover enough people. All right. So, and then I also talked about earlier that you cannot even when a panel finishes, and if there's a panel that's going to take place in the same room, you cannot wait. The whole room has to be cleared. Everyone had to leave, and they had to wait outside, which sucks. But you know what? I put that in the good column because at least they're sanitizing things and all that. They're going above and beyond and trying to keep people safe, whether it's the staff, attendees, the guests, the panelists, etc. Another big thing is, and I don't have pictures. I don't even have pictures for this one. But water stations everywhere. A lot of water coolers. What I forgot to take a picture of was they had like 2 or in my panel room where I did the panel. There were, I think, 2 or 3 big size glasses, big size pitchers of ice water, and wow, and it helped me. It saved my life. Like I drank 3 of this just on Saturday alone, and then 2 on Sunday. I was so freaking thirsty. And also, every time I cosplay, I'm always sweating, which sucks. Okay. I remember cosplaying as Kaito from Vocaloid, and I was still sweating. It's ridiculous. Okay. The next thing is the Wi-Fi in the Heinz Convention Center actually works. I was so surprised because usually it's kind of a norm where the Wi-Fi is pretty slow. But this one, it actually worked. It worked that I was able to do Instagram Lives. And I said earlier, I think it was a long time ago, I said, you know what, I'm not doing a lot of Instagram Lives. That's one of the few exceptions. So if it's not realistic to bring a laptop to do a Twitch stream, I'll do an Instagram Live. So I did an Instagram Live on the game shows. One problem with me was that for Press Your Luck on Sunday, I only did round one. The second round, my phone cut off simply because my iPhone died, and because also my portable battery was not was not working, and that was actually my best one because I was able to do a lot of charges on that. So, and it's kind of expensive too. I think it was a few years old. Ugh, my goodness. Oh well. You know, you can always be prepared for everything, but you know, something's gonna go wrong. So, you know. Anyway, large gaming area. I'm gonna show you that. Look at lots of gaming. Look at that. Look at all that space. And then in the back, there's also autographs as well. And it's great because it can accommodate a lot of people here. Lots of food and drink options inside and outside the venues. So I'm going to show the map again. You know, you can go even further beyond the picture that you're seeing here. There's even more food and drink areas. It's a lot of them, and there's a shopping area in this area. Okay, so all in all, great location, convenient to get there. Also had a great time. Also, the attendees were also great as well. So, yep, that's me as Gojo on the right here. And my buddy Nanami needs to smile a little bit more. And then there's my mini-me over here, which I'm going to show you right now. Look here, yes. I didn't understand the chocolate part, but it's okay. I like chocolate too. So, oh, we can do this. Can open this. Anyway, so I got my little buddy here. Okay, so I also met one of my students. Well, in character, of course. You know, this is Yuji Itadori. I love it. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be more pictures, but I'll post them on Instagram. Yes, I cosplay as Giyu as well. Okay, but that was on Saturday. I wanted to do Aizawa as well because there was a photo shoot for My Hero Academia, but it was just lot of stuff going on. Like anyway. Thank you for the read. I'm getting rated. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for the raid, Jineki-san. Let meet my mod. Yes, that's right. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dean, but in the con scene they call me Wild Goldine, and I am an educational streamer. I only did one game. It was the Ratchular, so, but you know, but I mainly do COVID updates, which I'm not doing today. Monkeypox updates, which I'm not doing today as well because I'm having con depression. I do con reviews like I'm doing right now. I'm also a cosplayer. As you can see in that picture over there, I'm Gojo on the left, all right, from Jujutsu Kaisen. And then on the right is Yuji Itadori. That's the main character, or the protagonist, so to speak. So what else do I do? Oh yes, so I talk about mental health as well, some from time to time. So I'm also what else did I miss? Oh yes, and I do rail reports. Okay, I did my last stream. I did a rail report for New York City for Memorial Day weekend, as well as Boston's. Because if I'm going to a place, another place that has a subway or train system, I will give the Wild Goldine treatment. All right. So again, thank you, Nikki, for the raid. And also I want to welcome all of you to my stream. I don't have a trailer yet, but because I'm new, so well, am I that? No, I started in November, but I usually stream 2, maybe 3, but mainly 2 times a week because of my busy schedule. But anyway, for those of you who missed a part of the panel, I'm part panel, part of my stream, I was reviewing Anime Boston. I just finished going over the goods. So, I talked. This is the goods over here. Oh, wait, that's DJ Rido. DJ Rido. Hi, Captain Tashi. Welcome to my stream. This is a different kind of stream because most Twitch streamers, they play games. All right, someday I'm gonna play a game. Someday, I have one I did play Ratchular. That's a game, but that's about it. But I mainly do PowerPoint presentations. So I do con reviews, I do COVID updates, I do monkeypox updates now, but mainly COVID updates, health related stuff I'll talk about. And also rail report stuff. Okay, so that's the good. All right, so yeah, so basically that's what I do. Well, I also cosplay as well, as you can see by the picture. But to recap, for the great thing about Anime Boston is that it has a lot of content. So just as a recap, I'm going to show you this. Look at this. So this is the book here, and I'm going to show you the schedule. Look at this. Not going to believe this. This is Friday alone. I'm going to show you Friday. See, look at that. This is the schedule for Friday when I'm working. The gray areas, it's empty, but look at all the content. Look at this. Look at this. This is just Friday alone. Anime Boston has a lot of content. This is just Friday. We're going to go to Saturday. Even more. This is Saturday. Look at this. Let me just make sure you see it. Look, this is a lot of content. That is crazy. And I'm also going to show Sunday. Sunday, it's shorter, but look at this. This is Sunday. Still a lot. Oh yes, that's the kid. Thank you thank you so much. I only watched one episode of Soul Eater, by the way, the first one. Okay, I saw the shirt because it was cool. I actually met Todd Habercorn. He's the voice actor for this guy. But I met him mainly because he's the voice actor for Natsu, Dragmeal from Fairy Tail. And I forgot he was also voice actor for something else as well. But I mainly met him because he's the voice actor for Natsu. Okay. So look, also, so there was a maid cafe. I'm gonna talk about the maid cafe. I didn't take much pictures about it because it's not a lot. So it's a lot of stuff here. Look at this. So there's the volunteering, and then there's a seating policy, but we're not gonna talk too much. So these were the guests here. So Robbie Damon, this guy comes to Anime NYC a lot. There was Laura Landa, Brittany Lauda, Ray Chase, a popular one. Greg Ayers is a popular one. Asuka, I don't know much about the Japanese guests. So more popular ones. So Max Middleman, Matt Shipman, Keith Silverstein. Look at all that. It's amazing. So, who else? This is just featured content alone. Look at this. Fan creations, AMVs, idol programming, idol panels, cosplay games. There's even an emergency cosplay repair area. Look at that. Look at this. So, lots of stuff. More stuff. Whoa. Karaoke. I went to the game shows. AMV contest. So, all of that. Maid Cafe. The Chibi Zone, that's for the kids. Gundam Building Room. There's a Lolita part here. My friend actually does Lolita, but she's in SoCal area. So I also talked about the charity auction, the blood drive, all that stuff. Also, future cause plan right here. I'm thinking of doing him. That's Megumi Fugashiro from Jujutsu Kaisen. So, more guests, more guests here, and then panels. But I'm not considered. I'm not even considered the featured panel here. I don't understand why. So, also, wait, no food, no open food or drinks allowed except for artists or staff. Visitors are not allowed. Okay, that makes sense. Not allowed to eat in the artist alley. This sucks because I was eating all over the place. But don't worry, I didn't make a mess. So here, oh yeah, artist alley. No, no, you shouldn't be eating there because you could damage some of the merch there if you make a mess. So, oh, I forgot to tell you the maps here. So, yeah, I talked about it here earlier, and I was trying when if you don't have a badge, you're good luck because you have to go through the Sheraton and all that. So I'm gonna show you the maps. Look at this. So this is the general one. I showed the Google Maps version earlier, in case if you missed it. And these maps are very detailed. But even with those maps, you can still get lost in it. And I'll talk about them in a bit. So, lots of it. See, look at all this. Look at this. So, you know, it's smaller than Anime Expo. Anime Expo is basically the largest anime convention in North America. So, yeah. Oh, they have the executive staff as well. It is really hard. Even if you've been there, AX. What do you mean AX? Well, actually, you know what, Captain Tashi, I don't know where you live, but I live in New York City. Crowds are nothing. Crowds are nothing. I went to Anime Expo all 4 days. I didn't go on day zero because it was the 4th of July at that time. 4th of July was day zero. I'm autistic. I hate fireworks and all that. So, all right. I went there in 2018 because I had an almost 2 week vacation. So the first half of my vacation was at a pharmacy conference and at a health and wellness expo that were both held in the San Diego Convention Center. You know, the same venue as San Diego Comic Con, but except there was pharmacy and then there was health and wellness. And then we took a Greyhound bus from San Diego to LA. I have both relatives in San Diego and LA, so we stayed at relatives' houses. And they brought me to the train station. I think it was North Hollywood on the Red Line because I like taking trains. I'm a public transit person. You know, I know in California, SoCal, you're going to need a car in most places. In New York City, having a car is a punishment. Okay, yeah, San Diego Convention Center is really nice on the outside. You can easily get lost in the inside. Trust me on that. Okay, even though I never went to San Diego Comic Con, I went to San Diego Convention Center. You can get lost in it. And I also took the trolley as well in San Diego. All I did was I took public transit all around between my relative's place where I slept and the San Diego Convention Center. I even went to La Jolla with all the sea lions. All those, so I took the bus there and all that. I planned everything out. I'm the public transit guy. So, also I kept my carbon footprint low. So, you know, I'm not a big driving person. All right. I think most drivers in New York City are horrible, myself included. Even though I drove only 4 times, I have no patience for parking lots, no patience for traffic, no patience for traffic lights, that kind of thing. That's beside the point. Okay, let's recap. Let's recap. So, just with that big paper of schedule, seems very stressful driving over it. Yeah, of course. If you honk in some areas, if you get caught, you may pay $350. Just another one part here. And the speed limit for most places is only 25. And there are more 20-mile-per-hour speed limits coming in, but mainly 25, unless if you're in the highways. Just letting you know. So, dealer's room's big, artist alley's big, packed schedule. I did a panel on Saturday morning. All right, the great thing is that it's easy to get to by public transit. Maybe if you drive there, not as easy, and you have to pay for parking. When you take public transit, you don't spend as much money. So great con staff. Almost lost my laptop. They helped me retrieve it. They have tight security, which they should put, and it's fast too. They should put that in the New York City subway. That's the thing that people have to go through. So tight COVID protocols. So you need to get fully vaccinated, and you have to be masked to get there. There's water everywhere. Wi-Fi was working. Large gaming area. Look at this gaming area. Look at that. There's even autographs in the back. So lots of wiggle room and lots of space to accommodate large amounts of people. That's what we like. Big plus. And lots of food and drink options inside and outside the venues. Just looking, even in the closest areas. Look at that. Look at all these. From Google Maps, look at all these food areas. Look at that. And there's shopping next to the con. Again, right over here, there's shopping in this area. And even on this area. Let's talk about the bad, because no cons are perfect. Line con. There is a little line con, but it's much better than Anime NYC. Anime NYC 2021 on day one was a shit show. Okay, because of the lines. Very long lines to get badges in the morning. Even the panelists had to get badges before checking in to confirm the date and time to make sure everything's good. And also, I had to get this as well. So, oh, here. That's me, panelist, and I have to get this one. But this one didn't make sense because I had to get the badges first. So they should have done the part where I would get the badges when I check in. So they should do that. Okay, back to this. So, so I actually brought that up to the con staff, and they said there were early issues with the security with those little tall things for those kind of metal or weapon detectors. So that was the issue, but I was able to get there on time. So I'm gonna show you the sign here. It started at 9:30. I arrived actually a little bit more than 15 minutes early. So, and I was able to start my panel on time. Food and drink were expensive. How do you have a $7? How do you pay $7 for a cheeseburger or a hot dog? Seriously. And the cheeseburger is actually only one meat patty. Okay, it's not a double cheeseburger or triple cheeseburger or whatnot. And one hot dog, $7. Okay, seriously. The reason why I had to do it was because I had to be quick. Because, if you leave the security area, you have to get checked for security again if you want to get, cheaper food. For example, there's a Dunkin' Donuts that's out just outside the venue, but it's actually inside in the mall. There was also a Wendy's a few blocks away. So, I didn't go to the Wendy's, by the way. I'm just letting you know. But I ate mainly within the venue. I'm not going to tell you what I ate. I'm sorry. But this is what I saw. $7 each for a cheeseburger and a hot dog. That's ridiculous. I did tell you I did have a sandwich. So, but I didn't really eat a lot at the con. But I was walking a lot, drinking a lot, and I was sweating. I think I lost 5 pounds at that con overall for Saturday and Sunday. Also, another thing, not a lot of chairs and tables to eat. Not a lot of tables and chairs to eat in the venues. Okay, I only found them within the convention, in the maid cafe and the dining area next to it. So there should be more tables and chairs spread out throughout the entire con, and of course the Sheraton Hotel and the Heinz Convention Center. Okay, this is what I see. Look at this. Because there were a lack of tables and chairs, we have to eat on the floor. And I'm okay with eating on the floor as long as I don't get in trouble doing it, but not everyone can sit on the floor. Okay, we need tables and chairs. All right, so the next thing is that maps and directional signages were helpful. All right, that's the good thing. There were maps, and they even have the "You Are Here" markers, and they also have directional signage as well, and also those TV screens are the signs in front of the panels, which is great. There needs to be more of them. Okay, this is a big con, as Captain Tashi says. In a big con, you can easily get lost. Okay, I got lost a few times in the Heinz Convention Center, but I know the overall layout. Okay, Javits Center is actually much bigger. I still get lost, and I've been to the Javits Center for years, and that's in New York City. So it's a one-seat ride from my house. Next thing is photo shoot lighting is horrible in the ballroom areas. There were also smaller photo shoot areas, but they were by the windows during the daytime, so they got the good lighting. But I also got a complaint from one attendee who complained to the con staff panel that some some cosplay photo shoot areas need to be a little bit bigger because some of them were a little packed. So here's a Demon Slayer photo shoot. The lighting is in. Huh? What? Did I hear a sound? What's that? Oh, thank you for following, Mavs. Why is it over there? That's weird. I think I'll put that here. Let me put that here. Okay, so thank you for the follow. All right, so that's the. Look at all those Tanjiros. A lot of Tanjiros there. Okay, but the lighting is not the best, and I didn't even edit this photo either. This one is a little blurry, but that's not the con's fault. I'm actually right over here somewhere. I couldn't. Oh, I'm right over here, but I'm hiding behind this this Rengoku here. So again, you can see lighting is not consistent here. Hola, the missing. Hola, Señor Shelby, ¿cómo estás? Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my Anime Boston review. So, by the way, this is the Demon Slayer photo shoot. Lots of cosplayers, and it's great that it's held in a big ballroom with all these for the photo shoot. It's a lot of people there. Oh wait, wrong one. Okay, so also next thing there is an autism panel, and it was held in a smaller room. It was full. The autism panel was full in a small room, and my recommendation is to make mental health panels is to actually not make, put mental health panels in larger rooms, okay, such as mine. My room was actually larger than the room where the autism panel was, and that actually inspired me to do a mental health. That's one of the things that inspired me to do a mental health panel. So I'm actually didn't start yet, but this is my project for this year. So I'm going to do my PowerPoint slides on mental health and cosplay, and connect it with cosplay and conventions. And I'm gonna put autism in there too, because this is very personal to me since I have autism. Of course, fam, came late to get some it's okay. But anyway, next thing is screens are not high or big enough, and my message to panelists: please make your fonts big, please, pretty please. Okay, so this one's not from me. That's from another attendee. So they have to be elevated more, simply because not everyone's tall. I'm 5'6". I'm short. Okay, so and also help with people who are on wheelchairs, for example. So move the screens up, so also we can see the subtitles and make the text big. I try to make the text big on my panels, but if the text aren't big, I will read word for word. I promise. The only issue with reading it word for word is I think it makes my panel even longer. But what I'll do is, if it's too long, what I'll do, I'll just paraphrase it. The other thing is, oh, just a side note. I don't know why, but every time I speak one sentence at a panel, 10 minutes pass by. At least that's how it feels like. I just don't understand why. There were some moments in the panel where I actually had to look at my watch because I had to stay within time. And thank goodness, I had 3 minutes left over in case if anyone had questions, and I had people, but I don't know why people didn't want to ask questions in public. They want to speak to me in person. So that's what they did. I left that 3 last minutes of my panel where I had people ask me questions, but it wasn't in public. They didn't raise their hand or whatnot. They just came to me. So also the maid cafe. I did not take Actually, I took pictures of it, but I didn't post it. But I think if I remember correctly, you had to pre-register. I didn't like that. But also even when you don't have to pre-register, the lines were long. Maid cafe was very popular, which is great, but I wasn't able to get that experience. I'm just gonna put here, made it needs to be much bigger in order to accommodate the amount of people, to accommodate the large amounts of people. There we go. That's my edit right there. Make Maid Cafe big. If you want, you can make Maid Cafe in different locations. That's fine. Okay, but it's very, very hard to get in. I think it debuted 2018, if I remember correctly. And it was a big success as well. But we gotta make Maid Cafe bigger. Make it very big. Alright. So, verdict time. And I'm gonna use my phone a bit because I have notes in here as well. So, the overall, as much as I want to give it a 10, it's a 9 out of 10. Close, very close, but you see the long list of bads that I have here. To be honest with you, the goods that you see over here actually overpowered it. Alright, so yeah, I had a really, really, really great time. And also, I wanted to Sunday I had a lot of stress because the battery stopped working. My battery pack stopped working. I don't know what happened to it. And also the cable to charge the iPhone stopped working. I had to go to an Apple store and had to fix that. And I missed a majority of closing ceremonies, and I wasn't able to record round 2 of Press Your Luck. They had Press Your Luck. No worries, big bucks, no worries. Okay, so all right, and the other one, the other lesson I learned is that you can be prepared with everything. Hey, I do Con Survival. I do a panel about planning and being prepared and being organized. Shit happens. Things gonna happen. Okay. So you can be prepared and all that, but things can happen. But thank goodness there was an Apple store just a few minutes away from the Heinz Convention Center, and I was able to fix all of that. All right, so I recommend everyone to come to this con. So, in my opinion, because of the amount of things that they offer with this, but if you're not a fan of crowds, this con has a lot of people. All right, there's a lot of attendees, gets crowded. So if you're not comfortable with crowded areas, this may not be for you. All right, this is not a small con. This is actually a top 10 most like with the most turnout in the U.S. All right, more like in the bottom. It used to be like really high, but it's more in the bottom because now we have anime and we see getting up and all that stuff. But overall, I had a great time, and it was amazing. And I already bought tickets for next year. All right, without further ado, let's do the rail report. Actually, after the break. I need to rest my voice. Testing. Let me save this one. Just have to fix a few things. Or wait. Oh wait. Oh yeah. So, in addition to buying this guy, my Gojo. All right. I love chocolate as well. So in addition to that, before I get to the maps for I also bought a few of these pins. Need coffee. I need coffee. Look at this. And then the next thing is a pharmacist. I love this one. Caution. Toxic substances. Wait, it's not very clear. Anyway. Also, please wash your yaoi hands thoroughly. Can you see? It's not very clear. Can't zoom. Yeah, please wash your yaoi hands thoroughly. And it's weird, I get it, but it's weird. So, I don't know why it can't focus on it. Anyway, so I think this is more towards just viewing me. So, anyway, let's go to the maps. So I know a few people are not in the New York City area, so this is more for New Yorkers, but you should see how complicated the subway system is. And this is why I do this. Okay. So we're actually gonna go into the ongoing. We're actually gonna start. This is gonna be for morning rush hour. So the southbound 5 trains over here, there's gonna be less service going down its regular route. And this is for 7:20 a.m. to 8:50 a.m. So it's about 90 minutes. So this is for Monday through Friday. And some of them will actually go on the 2 trains. And it'll go all the way down here, all the way. And it'll either go to Rector Street through the 1 train, or it'll just continue on the regular 2 line. And then after that, go to Crown Heights, Utica Avenue. So some of the trains will do that. The next thing that I have is 9:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. So northbound F skips Avenue U. All right, I don't know when this will end. We'll see when, but you know, the updated ones will come in for Monday morning. Tuesday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So the southbound N trains express between Astoria Boulevard and Queensboro Plaza. In addition to that, the W trains will get diverted to the Q from 57th Street to 96th Street, so in both directions. Next thing here, remember this is still ongoing. This is going to happen, I think, for the next couple of weeks or more. Next thing, the 2 train. So there's no 2 trains between Chambers Street here and Atlantic Avenue. So 2 trains will run in 2 parts first one is between 241st Street all the way in the Bronx, all the way to South Ferry. So instead of going here, it's going to go down here, South Ferry, on the 1 train. So you have to take alternate routes. So you can instead of getting off at Park Place rather, or Fulton Street, you can actually transfer at right here, 42nd Street, Port Authority, or you can go over here on the 1 train, 59th Street, Columbus Circle, take the A or E trains, get off at Chambers, which is close to Park Place, go to Fulton Street over here. All right, Clark Street, it's close to the Court Street station. Nevin Street, you can take the 4 train. It's not here. Hoyt Street, you can actually... Hoyt Street and Nevin Street are pretty close, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, so no 2 trains between Chambers and Atlantic, right over here. All right, and the second section is in Brooklyn, so it's from Flatbush all the way to Atlantic. Also wanted to say that the Manhattan and Bronx portion is all local, so it'll be making all the stops. The 2 train, on the other hand, on the Brooklyn side, will be express westbound between Franklin and Atlantic. The next thing is that there is no 3 trains south of 42nd Street. When you see the square, that means it stops here. But it's gonna stop early. All right, it's gonna end at 42nd Street. It's not going to go any further than that. So no 3 trains south of 42nd Street. Next thing is the 4 train. So east of Nevin Street is going to go local, as you can see here. And it's going to start very early, 9:30 p.m. Next thing, the anxiety train, the A train. So southbound over here is local between 59th Street and West 4th Street. So both of them, A and C trains. Then it's going to divert to the F line over here all the way to J Street. I'm not done yet. Westbound A and C trains express between Utica and Hoyt-Schermerhorn. It's going to stop at Nostrand Avenue. Just know that Nostrand Avenue has multiple levels, so it will stop at the upper level. That's where the express trains are. And you cannot do a cross transfer unless you have an unlimited Metro card. What you can do is you can do a cross transfer at Utica or at Hoyt-Schermerhorn. Okay. Next thing is we're going to go to Uptown. We're going to go to Harlem. So northbound D train stops at 135th Street because northbound A and C trains will be expressed between 125th Street and 168th Street. And that'll start 10:45 p.m. until 5 a.m. This is for weekdays. The next thing, we're actually going to go back to Brooklyn. And there's no Q trains between Prospect Park and Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center. And you have to use a bus for that. Next thing is starting 11:45 p.m. No R trains. So 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. no R trains. So, but there is a bus that goes from 59th Street to 95th Street. And all the other places you can use the N train. Alright, and it goes local. N train can go here. So it'll make all our stops up to, of course, 59th Street, Lexington Avenue. Okay, so and then if you want to go to these stops here, you gotta transfer for Times Square, 42nd Street. Or you can go to, well, that F train goes express there anyway, so, or you can take the 7 and then you can get into Jackson Heights, Roosevelt, and then you can take the E local over here and all that. There's just some of the many diversions you have to deal with, okay? Also, watch out, nighttime, the trains don't run as often, okay? And also be careful because the Ubers and Lyfts are getting more expensive. That's why I do these things. Also, next thing, you don't see this here, but the S train, the 42nd Street shuttle, will be running all night to accommodate the 2 train project. And I actually have to do some edits here. So, but anyway, that's beside the point. Either way, you get the information. Next thing is, this is ongoing, and this is just a reminder. I've talked about this in detail in the previous streams. So there is no New Jersey Transit trains between Secaucus here and Spring Valley, and there are different kinds of buses to take from. So I've detailed that as well. So this will go on through late June. And this is only Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Next thing is on the PATH train. So 9th Street and 23rd Street from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. These stations will be closed and they'll be skipped. So use 14th and 33rd Streets. Or just use the F train. Just know that the fares, they're different. So it's $2.75 for the subway, $2.75 for PATH. There's no free transfer. That's your ongoing. A lot of ongoings. So next thing, we're gonna go to daytime, and this is gonna be for this week. So here it is. So southbound 4 train in the Bronx is gonna be express between Bedford Park Boulevard and Burnside Avenue. So we'll skip Kingsbridge, Fordham, and 183rd. See that here. In Brooklyn, the J&M trains. So westbound. So starting 9:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. westbound J&M trains local between Myrtle Broadway. I call this Myrtle Broadway, no, so you don't get confused with Myrtle Wyckoff. So Myrtle and Broadway, Myrtle Broadway and Marcy. So let's skip these three stops. Starting at that same time, 9:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. The J&M trains will be express between Marcy Avenue and Myrtle Avenue. By the way, Z train is also express as well, but the Z train is only on rush hours. Okay. Next thing is the 2 train in the Bronx. So during the daytime, so 10:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So northbound 2 trains express between East 180th Street and Wakefield 241st Street. They'll make a stop at Gun Hill Road. And from June 1st to the 3rd, so that's Wednesday through Friday, so that's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Westbound 7 trains is express in Queens. So westbound 7 go woot, woot, woot. There it is. Woot. You'll see that right here, but westbound going express. And then afterwards, after 3 p.m., when for rush hour, then it's gonna switch going this way, going towards Flushing. That's your daytime for this week. Nighttime gets a little bit more. There's more stuff going on at nighttime, and I already talked about the ongoing. Southbound E train is via the F line between Roosevelt over here, so the E will go on the F. Instead of Queens Plaza, it's going to go here, 21st Queensbridge, and it's going to follow the F until West 4th Street. In addition to that, the F train, northbound, goes via the E train from Rockefeller Center to Roosevelt. It's actually going to go express once it gets into past Queens Plaza. It's going to go express between Queens Plaza and Forest Hills 71st Avenue. Alright, just so you know. Next thing is the G train. So Bedford, so there's no G between Bedford Nostrand Avenues and Court Square. That's a long distance. So you have to take shuttle buses. So the bus will run from Bedford Avenue, so between Bedford Nostrand Avenue and Court Square. But it's also going to make one extra stop to 21st Street Queensbridge for the E and F. But in this case, that would be the southbound E and the southbound F. That's it. So in Court Square, you can transfer to the northbound E and F. So northbound E and F on Court Square and southbound E and F on 21st Street Queensbridge. That's why they made that extra stop for the G shuttle buses. The next thing is Wednesday through Friday. So 9:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. There's no J trains east of 121st Street because of a project that I forgot who told me about it. Someone told me about that. I think Bled Transit, I think. So the bus will run between 121st Street and Jamaica Van Wyck. And if you want to get to these stops, you take the E train. It's that easier anyway. So because it's I would say not too far, but it's not too close either. But it's a quick ride on the shuttle bus. All right. The next thing is that on Manhattan, southbound N and Q trains is express in Manhattan. So it'll stop at 57th Street 7th Avenue, skip 49th, stop at 42nd and 34th. It'll stop at 14th Street, and it'll stop at Canal Street. Just keep in mind, at this time, there's no R trains. Okay, at 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. because of the project they're doing. So shuttle buses will be taking over here, just as a reminder. But there are no R trains 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. Next thing. Speaking of 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. Tuesday to Thursday. So this one is May 31st to June 2nd. So westbound F trains. So Coney Island bound ones. Skip 169th Street. And on June 2nd, starting 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. So westbound F will be express between Parsons and Union Turnpike. So we'll skip Sutphin Boulevard and Briarwood. And you have to take an E train. You can take the E train to get to Briarwood. Okay. So those are my that's my Anime Boston review. And wait, I think I switched it. Yeah, I did. I have to look at the videos again. I think probably sometimes I always forget to switch between this and this and this. So anyway, the rail report will be posted. I'm actually do have to do a little bit of edits, but the information's still the same. I just want to make sure it's more consistent. And I want to thank everyone for coming to the stream. I truly, truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Okay. And thank you, DJ Nicky Zem, for the raid as well. Now I gotta find who I'm going to raid on my end. Who is it gonna be? Who am I going to raid? I have to be careful because I have to make sure I raid the right people. But I like to raid the ones with the least viewers. Okay, so oh wait, Patchwork is going to do is actually doing Animal Crossing. So I suggest that you follow. Gracias por ustedes también. Thank you for all of you as well. So I'm gonna send it over. Actually, he doesn't have the least views, but go support him. He is one of the best piano players I know, and he's also unique in Twitch in that he plays not only plays games, but he plays the piano. So, well, for me, I'm more of an educational one. So let's send the raid. Patchwork. So I'm so happy I did this stream, and I'm so happy to see all of you. I also actually saw three. I actually saw three mods. There was a third mod that I saw somewhere. But anyway, so thank you so much for coming again. And in the words of DJ Nicky Zem, I hope you all have a great day, and please stay healthy and safe as always. Y en las palabras de Doctora Ana Maria Polo, he dicho, boom! Transmisión cerrada. Okay, by the way, I forgot to do this in English. What Doctora Ana Maria Polo says, she's a judge from Caso Cerrado, which means case closed. It's just like Judge Judy. It's a courtroom show. It's one of my favorite ones because that's how I practice my Spanish, and there's a lot of fights. What I said was, in the words of Dr. Ana Maria Polo, in Spanish they say Doctora Ana Maria Polo because you say Doctora when it's a female. And I said, I have said, boom, stream closed. But at the end, I'm always going to say, he dicho, boom, transmisión cerrada. Anyway, I hope to see all of you this Friday night. That's the next time I'm going to stream. See you. Peace.